Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another exciting edition of Psychic Sundays Live with your host, the Queen of Booga Booga, Psychic Sally Diane.
Hi, everybody. Sally Diane here. Happy to be here for another episode of Psychic Sundays Live with my producer. And I know that all of you are wondering what's with the blue stuff behind you. Okay, so that's covered up. We are putting together our Christmas decorations, but they're not done yet. You'll get to see them next week.
This was supposed to be top secret. What are you doing?
Ooh, it's top secret. This is top secret. I'm not going to tell you what it is. Just don't tell anybody, okay? But it's nice to see everybody, and I can see the chat out of the corner of my eye, so I know you guys are there and anxious to get at it, as am I. As am I. It's been a busy week. I'm just so worn out by the 9 to 5 world that I am so glad to be with you guys. And let's get spiritual. Are we ready yet, or do I need to take a few more minutes?
Because of this new setup, I need to take a few more minutes.
Oh,
So
yeah.
why don't you do something fun?
Do something fun. Well, being with me is fun. What are you talking about? But I am going to tell you about my upcoming events next year. The first weekend in February, I believe that's February 5th and 6th, I am going to have a Mystic Rendezvous retreat. Learn how to read the palms. Learn how to read the palms, and it is an all-inclusive package. It includes your accommodations, all your meals, and your lessons. Time spent with Sally Diane. And the idea is you come in a novice, somebody with hands, and you leave able to read for friends and family. So I'm just taking you from desire to learn to practical application. It's a lot of fun. I use psychic development exercises, and then we have the classroom time, and we have the pajama party where we just kind of practice in a fun kind of light way. And then on Sunday it's practical application. So it's an all day thing. My event is up on Eventbrite, and all you have to do is put Mystic Rendezvous, and it should come right up. And you'll notice there's 2 events because in the first weekend in March, I'm going to be holding the same type of retreat, only how to learn the tarot. You come in with your tarot, with your approved tarot deck, and through all these exercises, when you leave the next day, you will be ready to read tarot for friends and family. It's a lot of fun, and I hope to see a lot of you there.
Well, let's get on with the show then. Our first question comes from the High Priestess. Will I get back with the Sagittarius?
Oh dear. Well, anybody that knows your queen knows she's just asking, why? Why? Why do you want to get back? Okay, so, but I'm going to look and I'm going to put my feelings aside and see what the cards have to say about the High Priestess getting back with Sagittarius. Whoops. And the cards are speaking. So let's see what it says. Oh, and they got a lot to say. So I do notice it's kind of giving me a story right here that when you started out, you've got the world reversed and the page of cups reversed. And those two together, the world is kind of a meh card. It's like not good, not bad, just meh. And so I think that you've always seen potential, but the potential has never been really been realized. And that's what the problem is. And you've come to that decision about this relationship already. Because you can tell by these reverse cards, you have reverse judgment and reverse justice right between the Two of Cups. And if you look at that Two of Cups, you can tell this is a relationship card, all reversed. So this is just, it's saying happiness is pouring out. So this is where it comes to this point. Then we look at these 2 cards. And it says you can have everything you want in this situation. But I'm also looking at the 2 of Swords, and I think that the very best outcome here, and the outcome you're going to get, is a truce, is a peace, is a meeting of the minds, is an agreement to disagree. So at least you're not going to be mad at each other anymore. But that's what I see. And it's going to be good for you. That's the wish card. It says you get what you wish.
Well, alrighty then. Our next question comes from Patricia.
Oh, hi, Patricia. How's Vancouver treating you?
She's looking to purchase real estate. How soon before she can do that?
Ooh, real estate. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's kind of the way the real estate market is now. You just got to you kind of have to have all your resources together and be ready to pounce when that bubble happens, because we know it's going to happen. So, is Patricia going to have buyer's market here? And it's saying for the next 2 months, just be focused in on your own plans. It says you're going to get a lot of naysayers and people who are going to kind of work against you. Okay, that's the only way I can put it. So for the next 2 months, it might not be the best idea to really take anybody's advice about buying land. But if it's giving you a timing here too, and it's giving you a 7. So if you're looking at 7, you're looking at November, April, May. So you're looking at early summer. You can get yourself set up to move forward in early summer with this. Okay, so there you go. Yes. And it does seem to have it's got wands and fire around it. So it's something that can be a productive thing for you. It can be a winning proposition for you.
Mary Ann would like a general reading.
Hi, Mary Ann. It's so nice to see you today.
Suzanne got a lot of stuff done today.
Awesome. And give my best to Max and everybody else.
Hi, Grace. Hi, Eva.
Okay, so we're looking general for Mary Ann, and I'm just doing the 3 cards here. Okay, so you've got the King. You've got the King of Wands reversed, dead center. So it says right now, when I put my hand on it, it feels like there's somebody that you usually rely upon. And over the next little while, the roles are reversed, and you're going to be the one, you're going to have to be the one that's strong. Okay. But it looks like you can do it. You've got the Ace of Pentacles. Since the Ace of Pentacles reversed, so it does talk about an opportunity coming in, but saying that it's a little cloaked. So you may have to get a little creative and make your own opportunities. But this is a good time to look for the opportunities that are there. And if you aren't finding them, make them for yourself. Absolutely make them for yourself. It says that the next 4 months are going to be very good for you. You've got the 4 of Wands, which is about this coming together of community, of family, of everything just coming together nicely. So it looks like you're going to have a pretty good holiday season up ahead of you. Good on you. And thank you for tuning in. Remember, everybody, tune in every week. Remember to like and subscribe. That helps us a lot. We still have our goal. We really want to get to 500 subscribers by December, and we need your help to do it. So make sure you tell all your friends about us and have them subscribe to our channel too. And keep your eyes peeled for my SallyDiane.com website. It's not going to be up next week, but it's going to be up by the end of the month. So keep your eyes open for that. Who's next?
Our next question comes from Mary Ann with her general reading. Did we just do that?
We just did that.
See, I'm not paying attention again.
Selective hearing.
Grace wants to know what her future husband will look like.
Ah. What will Grace's
and what characteristics he has.
Okay, so let's see.
Does he come with his own charcuterie board?
I'm focusing, folks. I'm focusing. Future hubby for Grace. Gotta try a little harder. I'm still seeing kind generic guy.
So is she.
Let's see what the cards have to say about a prospective mate. Who do we see? Who do we see as Grace's forever guy? Forever, for a long time, for now.
Stop shopping for them in the cocky section of the store.
Aw, that's nice. I like the way it starts. It's you have the star there, and it's the universe saying, "Trust us." That when you meet the man of your dreams, you'll know him, and you'll know he is what you wished for. Okay. All right. So they're saying that you're going to meet somebody within a year. They're really not showing me who it is. I know you want to know who he looks like, give me his name and all that, and they're just saying, "Don't worry, have faith, keep hoping, he's there." And it's giving me a time. It's giving me within a year, which is pretty good. And then you've got the Three of Hearts, but the Three of Hearts on the positive side is Three of Swords, sorry. Three of Swords, and Three of Swords can be about heartbreak. And when it's turned upside down like that, it talks about swords falling off. And they're kind of reminding you that you're still at the tail end of your healing process. So you're not quite ready to meet Mr. Right, but as soon as you are, he's going to be there. It's basically what they're telling me with this card is that you still have a tendency to there's still a little bit of caution. There's still a little bit of what kind of jerk are you kind of thing. You still have a little bit of a chip on your shoulder is what they're saying, but it's going away and you'll be ready pretty soon. But you won't go too far if you keep that chip on your shoulder. Okay, Grace, thank you for watching, and like, subscribe, tell all your friends.
And watch to the end of the show when we do crystal therapy cards, where you pick one of three, and that will be your week. Our next question comes from Janice, who's looking for a suitable job.
Janice, this is a good time to be looking for jobs, too. The one thing making the whole world slow down and take it a little bit slower has been for people to kind of look within themselves and decide what they want from life. There's a lot of people who decide they just want to stay at home and work from home, which is good. Janice, I don't think that's what you have in mind. I get somebody that's looking for something a little bit more on the go. Definitely something a little bit more on the go. You want a job with a bit of travel and a bit of maybe excitement to it. You definitely want a job with a challenge. So let's see what's out there for you. The Lovers, and even though the Lovers are reversed, it's saying that there's a job that might not be perfect right off the hop, but it's something that you can make perfect. There we go. Three of Wands, moving forward, getting rewarded for a job well done. And yes, the one thing they want you to know is you need to be clear on what you want from a job. You have to know what you love. It also says that your work is regarded, and there's a reminder here to make sure that you get your references. Get your references together. Sometimes if you just count on a general workplace reference, you never know what you're going to get. But sometimes when you're ready to leave a place, somebody else is ready to leave too, and that somebody else will be willing to write you a nice letter of recommendation. So yes, timing. I give it 3 months. So by the first of the year, this is a good time for you to be testing the waters and deciding what you want to do. Because it started out with a major arcana card, and because you've got well-placed pentacles, I would say that you would want to aim a little high. don't go for a unilateral job move. Go for something one step up, at least one step up. And thank you for tuning in, and thank you for asking, Janice. He's not paying attention to us again.
I'm trying to test the tablet so I can actually read. The font is too small.
We were talking about once we get our website up and going, which I have it all designed, folks. It's just a matter of uploading it, and we're looking at the web hosting service that we want to go with. We're not sure which one to choose. If anybody has any suggestions, we're open. Just put it down in the chat.
Our next question comes from Suzanne, who wants to know how the next 2 weeks are going to go.
Ooh. Over the next 2 weeks, there's something family related. I mean, if you were in the States, I'd say you were going to a Thanksgiving dinner, but I know that that's not yet. But you might be taking part in a family or friends kind of early Christmas celebration or something like that. Over the next 2 weeks, I just see you doing that, getting together with family and friends in kind of a holiday cheer kind of thing. That sounds like fun. But let's see what else is going on over the next 2 weeks for you, Suzanne. Okay, so I'm going to get back to this, but I'm going to work on it right now. It does tell me that over the next 2 weeks, it's a good time for you to work on relationships and maybe put a little bit more of a positive spin on it. What was it my mom used to say? Oh, yeah. My mom used to say, keep your words short and sweet. You may have to eat them tomorrow. And I think that applies to you around family, Suzanne. Okay, so you have the Nine of Wands, the Nine of Swords, and it's the Nine of Swords reversed. That's a stress card, and that's an unnecessary stress card. So you need to stop worrying about others, and you just need to stop that. It's putting negativity in your life. And it's also I just can't keep getting this tightness around the stomach and around the solar plexus. So I think that you're actually allowing yourself to get worked up enough and stressed out enough that you're ruining your digestive system. But you're going to get a job offer over the next couple of weeks. I see that. And it seems to be a good one. Even though you're not so sure about the two people that you have to work with, it does seem to be a good opportunity. Just remember, my mom used to say you could catch more flies with honey than you can with vinegar. And that just seems to be the best advice I can give you. Okay, Suzanne, thank you for watching. Say hi to everybody. It's good to see you.
Your mom had a real sweet tooth.
My mom?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Our next question comes from Carol, who's looking for messages from her guides.
Ooh, messages from the guides. Here, I'm going to pick up a different deck. I like to do the messages from the guides. Whoops. Aw, that's so nice. The very first thing they're saying is remember that you are loved. I think that you might not realize how well liked you are. Okay, so what other messages do your guides have? I'm just going to throw out 5 cards. And many of you know the deck that I just picked up is the Maybe Lenormand. And there's never a reverse in the Lenormand. There. Huh. Okay. So Messages from your guide. I'm trying to sort out this particular one, but anyhow, um, they're saying that you've made a breakthrough here. So I think you may have gotten in touch with one of your guides, a little bit more of a closer touch. Maybe he's come and visited you in a dream, or maybe you've become aware of a presence around you or a hand on your shoulder, because one of your guides is very close to you, and he says that he's around you right now to help you out. So whatever coincidental things happen to you over the next few weeks, know that this is you've got a guide around you that wants to help. So this is a good thing. This is a good thing. Um, okay, so I'm just trying to get back to what the bear are they telling me? Okay. I got it. Okay, so they're talking about two people in your life, and one is somebody that it's somebody who's close to your heart. I'm wondering if this may be a friend, or maybe a child or a younger sibling or something like that. Just because the card itself, it feels like somebody that's proud of themselves, the way young people get proud of themselves, and they don't, it's kind of naive. He's got that naivety to him, and it seems like everything he does is from the heart. But he's really good at creating obstacles and making things a little bit more difficult. And they're just saying that even though this person in your life is good at making things more difficult. He is a loving person, and he's well worth the effort, and he's well worth the patience. But then they're putting someone else next to you, and this person is somebody that's a little sneaky, and this is the kind of person that tells half lies and lies of omission. You know the kind. And so he's a bit manipulative. And this is a person that you should be very careful about. And you know the difference between the two of them, because this is somebody you don't trust. This is somebody you'd like to trust and you love. Okay. And also, they're saying that the next 6 months are very fortunate for you as far as going forward. So they're saying, don't get bogged down too much in politics or anything like that. Keep your eyes forward and keep your eyes on the prize, because the path is being opened up for you right now. Okay, thank you for tuning in.
Well, excellent. Our next question comes from Olive.
Hi, Olive.
Olive had her final job interview this week.
Ooh.
Will she get the job?
Oh, good question.
And while Sally's shuffling those cards, remember, folks, you can get a chance to see Sally in person when you go and call the Spa Near the Tracks at 519-272-1293. That is in Stratford, Ontario, and we welcome tourists year-round. You should come this winter for our Stratford Festival of Lights. Actually, that's not what it's called, but
it's
close
beautiful.
enough.
Stratford is beautiful in the winter, and they have the Christmas market with the carousel.
Carousel, yeah.
We'll be there.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
going to be a lot of
Santa
fun.
Claus comes on Sunday the 28th.
Santa!
Yeah, Santa. Yeah,
We've already started watching Christmas movies, one a day. It's our Hallmark moment.
Hey, watching those cheesy Hallmark Christmas movies supports the Canadian film and TV industry and all its actors.
Plus, that's fun.
Sure.
Anyhow, we're getting to Olive, and thank you for being patient, Olive. Let's see how her job interview went. We've all been wishing you good luck with that. Ooh, they liked you. They liked you, girl. They did. Okay, but I think that this is a good thing, but it's something for you to know in advance. You've got a skill set, and whatever skill set you have, it's kind of like someone in the process is looking at you going, I want her because she can do this and this and this, so I don't have to do this and this and this kind of thing. So somebody's celebrating and somebody's pushing for you to be in there pretty hard, which is good. Good on you. But heads up, you'll end up being expected to do a little bit of somebody else's job while you're there. Just remember the world's a give and take place, right? Okay, so just give it a little cut here, and then we'll throw down 5 cards for Olive. Olive's new job. Okay. Ooh. Better, better, and better, better, better. Okay, so when it came, you are going to get the job offer, but it's based on how you presented yourself at the last interview. Because there were, like, when they looked at your past, they did find a couple of things that somebody didn't like so well in your past. You might have gotten a less than glowing review from somebody. But regardless of that, enough you are liked, and it's your personality and it's your willingness to learn that has won them over. Okay, so yeah, you're in a much better place this week than you were last. Thank you for tuning in, Olive.
Okay, Anastasia, no, you're kidding about that. Lynetta,
What's Anastasia kidding about?
that I have a relaxing and friendly voice.
Ooh. We're not that kind of a channel.
This is not an ASMR audio channel? No, definitely not. And my beard's not long enough to scratch across the microphone anyway. Anyhow, Lynette wants to know about her future spouse. She's not happy with her current one. I'm kidding, Lynette.
I was wondering there. Is going to be a trade-in? Okay, Lynette. Interesting. The card that came flying out, and I am going to throw a few more cards, but I want to address this one because it gives me the eye, right? The all-seeing eye. And that talks about you and your ability to judge people. So my guess is that you're going to have a choice because they're saying, sometimes when we fall for people, we have a tendency to overlook our deal breakers. And this is one that says, don't overlook your deal breakers, no matter how much you love somebody. So you still have control over this because they're saying, be careful who you go out with, be careful who you choose, and be aware, first impressions are everything. And sometimes what you see in people the first time you meet them, you forget because you start liking them or falling in love with them or something. Never forget your first impression. And if somebody sets off alarms, no matter how much you love them, let them go. Okay. Lynette's future husband. So far, so good. Well, we'll talk about that one. Huh. Okay, what your guides are saying. You've got the key and you've got the anchor. And the key it talks about, it's kind of everything. The key means it means that it's having the key to the castle kind of thing. So basically, it's in your hands. And it also shows the anchor for grounding. It's in your hands. And then the bear came down. The bear isn't such a good card. When you run into bear in the woods, it's not such a good thing. Well, when you see the bear in the Lenormand, it's not such a good thing either. It talks about somebody that's manipulative, that's is quietly dangerous. You've got you can have your sociopath and your narcissist, and they're right out there, and you know what they are, right? So you know to avoid them. But you have to be careful about the ones that can put on a nice face 1 minute and then the next minute turn. And you have a good inner instinct for it. But your very first warning was, don't overlook that. So there's that. there's one coming up that you should send on its way. But when I look ahead, when I look into the future, and when I look into the path it's on, like if you stay on track, you've got a pretty good idea of what qualities you're looking for in a mate. Stay on track with that. You will come out fine. You end up with a crane, and the crane is a lucky symbol. The crane is a good card. So if you take charge of if you follow your own rules, you will have an appropriate and a good spouse. To break them, you'll end up with a manipulator, but you already know that was the first thing you were told. Thank you so much for tuning in. And remember, everybody, we still have that goal of 500 subscribers by Christmas. So please help us out with it. Tell all your friends. And, also pay my channel a visit. I've got a lot of interesting videos there. We actually have, we have a video on how to make water pie. We have videos on how to read coins, how to read tarot. We also have our pick threes, which I'm putting up once a week, and they're very popular. And also, we don't have it, but if you go to the Haunting Live podcast channel, they have the tape of the seance that we did last Saturday night, which is very interesting. The seance itself isn't very interesting, but when you fast forward through it, you can see there's places where those orbs just go crazy. And I'm really sad that there wasn't any audio. It was done on night vision because there's only candles there. But there's one spot where you can see the person who's next to me, and you can kind of see a shadow between that person and the person next to her. And the shadow kind of obstructs her, and then her head goes down. And so Ollie comes and gets her out of the circle. But if you watch the rest of the video, you'll notice that shadow just kind of took her place and stayed right there.
No wonder she was feeling a little ill.
Like, you are in my chair. Anyhow, who's next? While he's looking, I'm going to change cards. I think I'll go with my Pam McColman Smith deck.
That one. All right. Just a reminder, folks, all readings are for entertainment purposes only. Our next question comes from Divine Angel Readings, who is watching the season premiere of The Curse of Oak Island.
Ooh.
Yeah, we watched that earlier, and I was surprised that they didn't find what they were looking for on the season premiere. That was really surprising.
That show itself is a bigger treasure than anything you could possibly find on the island, no matter what. But it is really interesting, the things that they find. I was blown away by the road.
Yes. Oh, yeah. It's definitely more of an archaeological dig now that's more important than a treasure.
And makes it actually more interesting. There's that one spot, I swear to God, it's a fast food restaurant.
The road stop.
Yes. Well, they find a foundation there, and they find, all
the cookware, pottery, and everything. Yeah.
It's a McDonald's.
Anyhow, the Divine Angel Readings questions is regarding their live readings. Whether they... Let me read this. What are the cards saying about doing live readings on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram? All, I guess, all the same day or something.
Wow. Says you're busy. Wow. Okay, so the Queen of Cups came out. That makes sense. Queen of Cups, you might want to bring Desiree out a little bit more. And I don't think it's so much where you read it, just that you do the readings. And when I look at the Queen of Cups, you look at how she's looking at that cup, and she's looking at it so intently. And so it's just make sure you're in the right state of mind, and just do your readings. Not so much where you do them, just do them. But I'm going to actually cut the cards and do a regular reading. Just wanted to read the first card that came flying out, because those are important ones. But it does look like, and you did throw up Yeah, you threw up 3 social networks.
4.
Well, TikTok, but TikTok isn't going to be around too long. I wouldn't focus on that one. But it does look like between the 4, there's 3 of them that work out very well, and they seem to work together. So if you could find a way to kind of blend those together, that would be a good idea. Being reminded there's always a lot of competition, but that's okay. Competition, especially with readings, and I find this, if you're in town and there's only one reader, that reader is not going to be busy. But if you get 2 or 3 readers, all 3 of them will be busy. It's I don't know why that is. It's kind of like fast food places, but you actually want to see competition. And then you have the Page of Pentacles reversed. And that's the downside to reading. It's very rarely really super duper lucrative. Unless you're willing to, well, anyhow, it's rarely lucrative. It's something that you have to do for love, not for love, not money. But having said that, it looks like you do love doing that, and you do love reaching out to people. So, as long as you keep your reading sincere, you should do just fine. Give yourself time and know that there is competition, as there should be.
Our next question comes from Sonia, who I missed
Hi.
earlier. Sonia would like a general reading.
Hi, Sonia. It's good to see you. How are you doing this week? Shuffling the cards up for you. General reading. Mhm. That's interesting. Um, the first card I turned over was it was a 2 of coins, and you sometimes the 2 of coins is about juggling decisions, but it's reversed. And I just get this feeling that if you feel like that maybe any choices you have in front of you might be a little illusionary. Yeah. Not liking that around the pentacles. It seems like somebody isn't being quite honest with you about, how much money there is in the how much money there is for you basically. Yeah. But then we get the 2 of cups. And sorry I couldn't give you better news about money, but somebody's not being honest with you about the money. But when it comes to the people that are around you, the people who support you, and the people who love you, they really come through for you 1000% this week. You are quite blessed. And that's more important than money. But if you get a feeling that somebody's lying to you, guess what? You're right. And if you get a feeling that you're a very lucky person when it comes to friends and family, you're right about that too. Thank you for tuning in. It's always good to see you. So who's next?
Our next question comes from Baby Girl Aries.
Hi, baby girl. It's so nice to see you.
She would like to know about the week ahead.
Okay. The week ahead for baby girl Aries.
And remember, folks, all readings are for entertainment purposes only.
And I am so very entertained.
I laugh all the time.
Okay, and this is just a general reading?
Yes. The week ahead.
The week ahead. Okay. Okay, the week ahead. I think that you might have a bit of a difficult week. But the thing right here, this 5 of Swords, it says if those around you are going to play the game nasty, then you should too. That's not advice I give lightly, but that is exactly what the cards are saying. They're saying that this week, as far as money goes, there's going to be delays. There's going to be obstacles. So kind of have a plan B when it comes to the money, because any funds you don't find this week, you'll find next. Because there's a move forward that wants to happen. Your life wants to go forward. It's just this isn't the week that's going to happen. I think you can look at the chariot coming into play more next week. And the chariot is somebody who is in charge of their lives and is going forward the way they want. But this week, there's a lot of politics, and I know some of us like politics, some of us don't. But it does say that you know how to play the game, so play the game.
Play it to win.
Yeah, play the game to win.
Because second place sucks. Right?
First loser.
First loser. Kelly wants to know whether she and her sister will combine houses soon. Anytime soon. Sorry. Let me try that one again.
Okay.
Will my sister and I combine houses anytime soon? Kelly, the last two words contradict each other. The universe does not know what to do with anytime plus soon.
That's okay, but we can look at let's just take a photograph of between you and your sister. Yeah, we'll look at it that way, and that should give you the information that you're looking for. Okay. Kelly and her sister. Let's see what's going on there. Hopefully we get a 10 of cups or the 10 of pentacles. That would be nice. 3 of wands. Okay, so there needs to be a little negotiation there. But it could work. It could work. All right. It looks like it's something that it's giving me between a 1 and a 3. So I'm saying that this is something that can happen by spring. It does look like you guys are looking at it and you're looking ahead, but there does seem to be obstacles. What the cards are telling me is that maybe one of you, maybe one or both of you has a child, because it seems like this one says there needs to be ground rules. There needs to be ground rules and there needs to be boundaries about third parties involved here. So establish the rules in advance. But it says this could work. This is something that's happened before in your family, because there's precedence here. Okay, so yeah, this is something that could work very well if you plan it right. Don't wait until you're already in the house together before you start putting up boundaries. Let them know in advance what your boundaries are, and make sure you understand theirs.
All right, Grace, I'll come back around for your second question later on. Right now, we've got Tabitha, who's
Hi, Tabitha.
Looking for love in November.
Ooh. Love in November for Tabitha. Okay, Tabitha. Well, let's see what these cards have to say about Tabitha and love. Tabitha and love. Ooh, okay. This is one of the bonus cards in this deck, and I always see them as being higher truths. And this one's called Temptation, and but it's negatively aspected. So it's kind of saying that you're focusing in on the wrong thing here, Tabitha. Love is fine, but you're not paying attention to other things, and you're looking for love to find you, when what you need to do is live your life, decide the kind of person you want to be, you want in your life, and then strive to be the sort of person that person would want in their life. If you want Mr. Handsome Green Jeans, well, you need to be the kind of woman that Mr. Handsome Green Jeans would like to be with. Until I was Captain Kangaroo fan.
What's that?
Some of the people out there know. When I said Mr. Green Jeans, I'm not the only person who liked Mr. Green Jeans. Okay. So yeah, yeah. When I look at this, there are plenty of men around you. You can have all the wands you want. You need to, focus in on yourself a little bit more and don't be willing to settle just because you want if you want romance quick, you're going to end up carrying the whole load, which is not right. You need to be fair to yourself and look at yourself and decide what you want and be willing to wait for it and be picky. Definitely be picky. And I say that because there's also a man here. We've got the Ace of Wands. This is a new beginning. And yeah, wands work kind of fast, but when it starts out with a card that says quit fooling yourself and don't be the one to carry the whole load, that tells me that take a little bit more time than just November. Be willing to wait for the right one, and he will come your way.
Speaking of the right one, Pumpkin Soul wants to know about Mikey. What are his true feelings about her?
Mikey with a mask and
No, like Mikey will eat anything. Mikey.
hey, Mikey.
Mikey will eat it.
Talking about dating yourself.
They
I
still
know.
make Life Brand cereal.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
And then in my nightmares, I still see that commercial.
Really?
Oh, of course.
My Aunt Dee's grandson looked just like Mikey when he was a little guy like that.
Well, a good thing was her grandson and not Aunt D.
All right. So who are we looking at? Love for
Pumpkin Soul.
Pumpkin Soul.
Loves Mikey. Does Mikey love her?
What's not to love? My goodness. Okay, so let's see. Mikey. Okay. Okay. So let's see. Okay, so let me just speak. Pumpkin Soul, you like Mikey now, right now. And he likes you, but it's going to end up being one of those things where for you it's going to pass, and for him it isn't. So yes, he likes you. He actually likes you better than you like him. It just seems like, there's a lot of this relationship that's your anticipation, and he doesn't live up to the hype. But if you're asking if he likes you, oh yeah, he likes you. He likes you. He's you're a little bit out of his league though.
Oh, all righty then. Get him a stool. He's punching up.
Yep. Yeah. So if the question is, does Mikey like me? Oh yeah, Mikey likes you a lot.
Our next question comes from Jana Mosby, who is Ted's fourth cousin 16 times removed.
Okay.
And Jana would like a general reading.
Are we gonna go to Slapsgiving?
Slapsgiving? No. Well, we're going to the U.S. for Thanksgiving. Some of those slaps come with bullets.
Okay, so wait.
Jana wants a general reading. Come on, stay on track.
He distracts me. What can I do? Okay, general reading for Jana. Here we go. Let me get my focus here. Jana, you'll be all right. You just need to have a little bit of faith in yourself. You're doing better than you think you are. You just have extra high expectations for yourself. So relax, breathe. Life is supposed to be fun, you know. Okay, so let's see what the cards have to say. Oh, now isn't that nice? Ooh, you've got somebody coming in your life. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh, this is ooh, you've got relationships are grounding quite well for you, girl. Yeah. You got the Knight of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. And the Knight and the Queen are the couple. You know, people think it's the King and the Queen now. It's the Knight and the Queen. It's always the slightly younger man and the more mature woman. Great combination. And it looks like it's it does look like it turns into a bit of an unconventional relationship, but it's one that you guys are happy with. So the cards like you in the area of love.
All right, well, getting back to Grace's second question.
Hi, Grace.
What's the energy for me this week?
Ah,
Does she need to stock up on Mountain Dew?
toilet paper and canned goods. To quote the Gremlins.
What?
To quote the Gremlins.
Gremlins 2.
Yeah.
I don't remember that movie.
We'll have to watch it.
Oh, please, no. I generally forget the bad ones.
We can watch it between Christmas and New Year's. The New Year's movie. Okay, anyhow. Grace. Grace and the energy for this week. Grace's energy. Grace's energy. Okay, let's see. Grace's energy. Okay, the very first card that says about your energy is quit waiting for signs, quit waiting for things to happen. So I guess that means do. Don't think, do. You know, they usually say it's better to apologize afterwards than ask for permission in advance. I want to see what this one says before I read that one. Okay. So take a leap of faith when it comes to finances. Be a little bit more be maybe a little bit more impulsive. Keep in mind this reading is for entertainment purposes only, so forth and so on. But these two cards right here, these two negative pentacles, are basically the ones that say stop waiting and stop just hanging on. You know, you've got the miser here. It's like quit sitting on your money, do something with it. So there's that. And then you have this, and you've got the Two of Wands, but it's Two of Wands reversed. And I just get the feeling with this is the cards are telling you that you might be looking in the wrong direction for happiness. So try and look outside, look at your situation, look outside the box. See if you can't get an outsider's perspective or some other way to look at your situation. Because if you look at things through a different lens, you're going to be a lot happier with the way things are going in your life.
Well, so that's that.
That's
We got
that.
a couple more questions. Chris wants to know when the Florida water's coming.
Oh, isn't that coming from the States?
Well, seeing how that's where Florida is.
Well, no, you can get it in Canada too. I actually have the formula for Florida water.
Yeah, but the
It just looks complicated.
Canadian Florida water is like, like authentic full Florida water.
It's like Mississauga water.
I am not kidding. One day I've got the home shopping channel turned on, and on the screen it says authentic full diamonds. And I was laughing so hard. And then something happened to the remote, and the channel got stuck on that.
Okay, so the Florida water, which The Florida water of which he speaks, I think they're a little bit low on Florida water in their merch, but the Florida water is a little jar like this, and it's like liquid smudge. It cleans the area without smoke, which is nice if you live in an apartment or you live with somebody who might be allergic to smoke. It's good to use the Florida water, and theirs comes in a little sprayer. So this is what we'll be using in our basement. I know we've talked before about the basement, and now they're doing work, so they are riling things up.
Shoveling away the dirt is what they did.
Yep.
Scrape, scrape, scrape. And
Okay, so
did we get that question?
no,
yet?
I just pitched the Florida water, but he wanted to know about the delivery of.
Yeah, when?
Well, you know, sometimes things get caught up in the States. And yeah, okay. So you might be looking at a few weeks here, because it looks like it gets caught up in at the border. You got the Knight of Wands reversed, so it's saying like once it gets to the border, it's going to get there quick, and once it's done processing, it's going to get out of there quick. It's just that in between time that's going to be a little.
Stagnant.
Yes. And despite that, don't believe the recording that calls you saying they're from Canada Border Agency. Nobody believed that. It's a scam, folks.
Anastasia, we did not skip you.
Oh dear.
She was one who's next in love as well.
All
I'm
right.
fairly certain we did Anastasia's
Yeah.
reading. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jana wants to know about her teaching career. And I want to know which one of us is doing the dishes.
You are.
Damn.
Okay. All right. So the one thing I get about your teaching career, it ends up in the Hierophant. So it's all going to be good. But when I look at these two right here, it says if you can choose to, either choose children under 10 or high school kids. Do not choose the kids in the middle years. They'll disillusion you as a teacher. They're horrible at that age. But yeah, you want to know? Yep. Looks pretty good.
All right, I say let's do Anastasia's anyway, just in case we only talked about giving her a reading.
Yeah, yeah. I would have said so too. So we're on the same page, Anastasia.
So Anastasia's looking for the next one.
Okay, so Anastasia and love.
What's he like?
That's one.
Why?
We will have merchandise on our website, starting with T-shirts. They'll have my signature sun on it, as in the banner back there, and also mugs with our sun on it. The starting point. Okay, Anastasia in love. I love that name. Romantic and powerful, mysterious, all those things. And royal. Oh, okay. So we have the Ace of Cups reversed, Four of Wands, and the Knight of Swords. Reversed, but the Knight of Swords reversed. Okay, so I don't know what we said about love before, and it's maybe a good thing that, because it's probably saying the same thing. Dead center, you've got the Ace of Cups reversed, which tells me on some level you've got happiness pouring out here. And I think that the source, the fingers are pointing to the Knight of Swords. So you might be still on the tail end of a relationship, or you might be trying to make time with Mr. Wrong. But for some reason, you've got Mr. Wrong here. And the most positive thing that the cards could say about Mr. Wrong is he won't be around for long. And that's a good thing, because within the next 4 weeks, you're going to notice a coming together of family and friends, especially friends in your support community, And within this safety umbrella, you meet somebody new. But this feels different than the Knight of Swords, because the Knight of Swords is somebody that looks to separate you. The one that I see coming into your life that's a keeper is somebody who fits in well with your group. But it looks like I said, Anastasia, right now you're dealing with Mr. Wrong, but you won't be dealing with him very long. You've got something coming, and my guess is that this is within if not by the end of the year, by St. Valentine's Day. But you got somebody that fits in with your crowd and your group very nicely. So good on you, Anastasia.
One of us.
One of us.
Well, that brings us to the end.
Not quite.
No, it doesn't bring us to the end?
God.
Oh, right. Crystal therapy cards. Well, folks, before we pull those out, do give us a like and subscribe. And please share the videos so we got lots of people watching them. That's it. That's all. Carry on.
That means a lot to us. And remember to go to the Eventbrite page and look at the Mystic Rendezvous packages.
That is listed on the Facebook page, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
So, pull out the cards. Card number 1, card number 2, and card number 3. So, what are you going to choose? Card number 1, card number 2, or card number 3? Did you choose card number 1? If you did, then your crystal reading this week is Selenite. And Selenite has this, it's got a very nice, peaceful vibration to it. And so Selenite says this is a week that you'll be more content. It's not a real over-the-top active week. It's just a content week. It goes well. Okay, so did you pick card number 2? If you pick card number 2, then your crystal this week is a psychic shield of protection. And you notice how that psychic shield is actually an eye? This tells me this week your spidey sense, your psychic sense is going to be very good. So this is a week to follow your gut instinct. If you don't think somebody's being honest with you, check it out. Double check everything. But know that your instincts are really good this week, so good time to follow them. Did you pick card number 3? Well, if you pick card number 3, your crystal for this week is lovely Labradorite, which is also known as Canadian opal. It's a beautiful, it's this beautiful dark stone, but puts out all these rainbows and what have you. And the word here is truth. But when I see that, I just think that this is going to be an idea week for you. Your mind's going to be very active. So this is remember to take notes. Write down the things that you think about this week, because your mind's just going to be very sharp this week. So good week to make decisions, good week to take notes.
Well, GD, if you send Sally an email at queenofoogaboga@gmail.com, we will answer your question first next week.
And that will be my pleasure. And if you want a reading in person, remember to go to the spa near the tracks. Give them a call at 519-272-1293. That's right. And I will be there this Friday and Saturday. I do believe I have some open appointments left. I will also be there in the last Friday and Saturday of the month. So I hope to see you there. And I'll see all of you here at 9 o'clock next Sunday for another edition of Psychic Sundays Live. And remember to tune in to my Instagram account for your weekly Pick 3 cards.
Is that it?
That's it.
Good night, folks.
Good night.